Hello and welcome back to X-Plane 11. Thank you very much for joining me in this video, and today we are going to be continuing on with the review of, or the review and first look of ORBX's TrueEarth Great Britain Central. Today we are at Leeds Bradford Airport in the northern parts of the United Kingdom, or should I say northern, going up towards the northern parts of England. We've sort of gone north of the East Midlands now, and we're going into, like I said, the northern areas, which means beyond this we're looking at places such as Newcastle in one way. York is slightly north of here, although northeast, but then we're going right the way up into the Dales. We're going up towards Scotland, the northern Pennines, and going up Newcastle and the likes like that. But we're not going up towards Newcastle today. Today we are going to be going west from here, and we are going to be checking out Manchester and Liverpool, so that's sort of southwest. So we're going to be going to Pole Hill first. We're going to fly towards the Pole Hill VOR, then we're going to fly direct Manchester VOR, and then we'll have a look around Manchester, see what we can see, fly over Liverpool, and from there we're going to see if we can come in from the Wallasey VOR, come in on a radial of 120 or something like that, line up for the runway and land at Liverpool. So make sure you stay tuned for part 2 of this ORBX review, and let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is try and fly the 050 radial into Pole Hill. I'm going to check the flaps. I don't have head tracking today because last time I tried it, it wasn't going so well. Let's bring the mixture up. Let's bring the propeller up. Fuel pump on for takeoff. The flaps are good, and let's hopefully get this going. Now, if you see a couple of flickers, don't mind it. Is it not? There we go. Don't mind the slight flickers of weather. I'm working on something else. Ooh, okay, it's windy. Oh, it's really windy. Okay. Okay, really windy. That's a ridiculously... That's what you call a crosswind. I didn't even realise that there was such a crosswind. Well, this is going to make a very interesting flight. Gear up. Just look at that flight angle. Fantastic, actually. That really is quite something. Okay, we are picking up quite nicely. And let's start turning in to try and intercept the Pole Hill radial. So to do that, I'm actually going to, in fact, I can see the radial. I'm currently on a radial of about 064. So we are going to get a turn going in. Oh, this is not what I intended. But anyway, we are going to get to enjoy a lot of the ORBX TrueEarth scenery. And we're not going to climb too high today. Just to get over some of this, I am going to climb up to 3,000 feet, and then we'll bring ourselves back down to about 2,000. If we can have control over this, that would be lovely. What are we on? 063. You know what? Let's try it. I was not expecting this much wind. I'll tell you what, it's going to make landing interesting, if I even attempt it now. But we'll fly direct Pole Hill at this sort of current heading. I should just have this in nav, but is that on nav 1? That is. In fact, I will put it into nav like that. Try and track it. and I will try and fix this up somewhat as well. Right, we're not climbing any further. I think this is a good altitude to fly over. Yeah, to fly over all of this. Just take a look at that. So that's Leeds underneath. Obviously that's not the point of this video, but still. Let's bring that prop down, bring that mixture down. There we go. Alright, looking good. I'll use the cheat autopilot hold. The hold for the altitude. And now we can have a look around. It's a bit loud. I'm going to ensure that that's quietened down. And there we go. There is Leeds. Or is that Bradford? Somebody's going to correct me. Wait, I've got to look for a really wonky ring road. That's Leeds. Yeah. Where's the airfield? Where is the airfield? We can't have got that far away from it. There? So there, it looks like it's there. Anyway, we better get back inside because this is going to be a very interesting flight, it seems. I mean, you can see how we're kind of struggling here. I am worried about the altitude of those hills. So it's over these hills is where we find, that's where we're going to find the Manchester and everything. So this is the Peak District. We went, I think we pulled off around there last time. So we get to see the northern side of the Peak District, or part of the northern side. Out that way is more of the Peak District, and then it goes into the Lake District. Just going to consult a map here. Ensure that everything is okay. Actually, that town that we looked at could have been Bradford. That's Bradford, and then there's Leeds behind it. Potentially. Of course, we can always use AviTab. Toggle tablet, maps. There we go. Yeah, that was Bradford. There was Leeds there, and that was Bradford. Alright, we seem to be okay. We've got Burnley over there. We're headed direct Pole Hill, roughly. And then there's Manchester, so we're going to essentially get to about there, come straight down, straight into Manchester. So that's the plan. As you can see, we're not far away. But I thought it might be a good idea to show you guys this area, just because of how, well, awesome it looks. You can take a look over there. Looking brilliant. That's why I want to check on AviTab, some of the heights. Need to be a little bit careful. Alright, so you can see on AviTab we do have markers there for wind farms. That's those right there. In fact, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, 7, 8, 9. Hello. Did I miscount? Oh, I've lost that. And then there should be a mobile phone mast somewhere. Ah, that might be a mistake. Might have one extra. I think there's one extra wind turbine. Oh well. Okay, as I said, I need to look at some of the heights of these. 365. We should be okay for that. Some quarries. And coming up almost to Pole Hill. What I'm going to do is 113.55, right? Yep. Manchester. We should be looking at about... That's already gone to 2. Ah, lovely. It's already switched to nav 2. I thought I had that on nav 1, but it seems to be okay. Interestingly enough, it looks like we just somehow managed to hold the heading without any difficulty. That's interesting. Right, so we're just going to go past Pole Hill and head straight to Manchester. Let's swap that out now. That's Wallasey. We don't need Pole Hill anymore. We do have some more of those. Where's the aircraft? Or are we? We're there. Right, so we're already coming over White Hill. We seem to be okay. I don't know what that is. We're about to find out. And then apparently directly ahead of us there are, near Hebden Bridge. It's going to be near Hebden Bridge. Nope, it's much further than Hebden Bridge. Here we go. Hogshead. We've got 3. There we go. Hogshead, Todmorden Moor. Got a bunch of those. That must be those ones there. Oh, nope. Correction. Hoofstone's Height. Around here. That's what we've got. At this altitude, we're still okay. We should clear all of these quite easily. And we're actually going to be passing on this side, sort of near Todmorden. Ah, that's where backup is. We've got Whitworth, Rochdale, Bury, Bolton. But like I said, we're not headed there. We're headed towards, as you can see, our direction is Rochdale and then straight into Manchester. So we'll fly over Rochdale and see what we can see. Looking over the areas, I am trying to keep a few of these in my sights so I know where we're flying. Last thing I want is to not have a clue where we're going. Because that would be really bad. I think we're going to be going over the Hollingworth Lake Visitor Centre somewhere. But anyway, one of the things about this is that this isn't a tour of the UK. I am planning to potentially do a tour of the UK, and once all the parts are out, so south, east, south, central and north. South, east, well done. South, central and north, but that's once they are out. I'm going to pull back Avitab so I've got an idea of where I am right now, and then I'm going to match it on my phone. Cragvale. Okay, I saw Cragvale. Got it. Okay. I can now have an idea of where I am at all times. So we've got a couple more lakes over here. There's one just there. That's the Whiteholme Reservoir. Looks very accurate. Make sure I don't fly into anything. And that is Manchester, just ahead of us. Or Rochdale, actually. Rochdale going into Manchester. So that's Rochdale there, and then that's Manchester just there. So this place just here, that's where the Hollingworth Lake Visitor Centre is. That's Hollingworth Lake, obviously. Littleborough just there. Wardle or Rochdale, Manchester. You can just about see some of the buildings in Manchester. So we are going to fly in there. I am going to bring our altitude down a bit, because now we are clear of the hill. So let's try and bring that altitude down just a smidge. That's it. Nice and easy. It's difficult in this wind. That's up. I want to go down. There we go. And it's alright if we pick up a little bit of speed. We'll bleed it off eventually. And that's the point. So I'm not flying this perfectly. And clearly with the turbulence that I'm trying to figure out, it's not going so well. Right, at this point, we should probably go into heading hold. Like so. Did I not set that? There we go. That's better. Thought that was set beforehand, but unfortunately it wasn't. 2,000 feet, that looks pretty good to me. Let's stabilise ourselves at 2,000. That there is the M62 going in towards Manchester. We're literally flying over one of those lakes right now. This is Rochdale. Right here. This is the, let's see. Yeah, that's the Rochdale junction. That's the junction with the A627M. So that's the A627M going across, if I have got that correct. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to, once we get to the A627M junction, which is there, we're going to turn probably to a heading of 190, and that should fly us directly over the Etihad Stadium, Manchester City Football Club. And then from there, if we turn to about let's see, 210, we should go straight over towards the University of Manchester. So here's the junction. We get ourselves turning now. It's almost due south. Let's go for 190, I said, didn't I? Let's bring that mixture back a little. There we go. Okay, and now we can have a look at Manchester. So it's taken quite a lot of the video to get here, but that's the point. I mean, that's the enjoyment on this. And I did see a comment, actually. Somebody said to me that it's not, the scenery is not important. Flight sims are all about, or simulators should be about aircraft and systems. And I disagree, and the reason I disagree is because the scenery is important, simply because if you are flying VFR, you need to be able to see the scenery in order to be able to fly VFR. You need to be able to see the roads, you need to be able to see the buildings. All of that needs to be as accurate as possible for you to be able to effectively fly a VOR route. Alright, let's have a look around for the Etihad. I have a feeling it's going to come up off our nose. I do think it's going to do that, so I'm actually going to go outside and take a look. I would have thought it was here somewhere. I could be mistaken. As I said, I don't know these roads. Although this is probably the M60. That looks like a motorway, so that's the M60, so it's actually further in than the M60. There it is. No, that's not. There, it is that. There it is. There's the Etihad Stadium. I don't know how it looks, so I'm just going to assume that's the Etihad Stadium, given that it's in the right direction. So from there, let's head to 220, and that should allow us to cross straight over the Etihad and in towards the University of Manchester. And I do like all these cranes and everything over there. It does give it a look as though the city is being built. You know, it's just getting better, it's getting larger, maybe not better. I don't particularly like skyscrapers. I think, yes, they have a place, but not always. Over on this side, looking out here, we've got the Oldenshaw Reservoir, which is that lot there, which is on the other side of the M60. And I think it looks like we've got a golf course. That's another golf course, also accurate. And then that's Etihad, as we said. And then from there we should have the University of Manchester. Where are you going, aircraft? University of Manchester should be somewhere about here. Ah, that is the University of Manchester, I believe. Should be a railway station here as well. There's the railway station. Oh no, so if that's the railway station, this is the University of Manchester, this area here. Alright, so what we'll do is, since the aircraft is... where are you going, aircraft? Let's head 270. I'm a little bit concerned about this aircraft right now. There's a train going in. That's somewhat accurate to the trains would get. That's Manchester Piccadilly. I believe that's Manchester Piccadilly Station. That's the Transpennine route, the one that I mentioned last time. That's this route here. It's a fairly good representation. We've got a cathedral in Manchester. Let's see if we can see the cathedral. And of course we are going to fly, we have to, for all those football fans, we have to fly to Old Trafford. So Manchester Cathedral would be, well, we should be able to see it, surely. Surely we should be able to see it. If anyone can, just point it out. Where is this aircraft turning? And then we should have Old Trafford. Now, Old Trafford should be right next to a railway. Oh, there's the railway. Where is Old Trafford? That's what we've got to find. I'm sure people are going to be very upset if Old Trafford isn't represented. Should we have a look outside? Let's take a look outside. I'm sure it should be here somewhere. Oh dear. That, I think, is supposed to be Old Trafford. Aeroflot. What? Is that Old Trafford? Surely that cannot be. That is, because those are that's the river. Oh, well, that needs to be changed, clearly. You can't have that like that. Not Old Trafford. I'm not a Manchester United fan, by the way. Just going to point that out. But still, I understand that you can't have Old Trafford like that. Alright, so what we could do now is, I suppose we could follow the M62 into... Where's the M62? Which junction's this? That's the M6. Right? If that's the M6 below us now, and that's the M62, that's the M6, so we just need to follow the M62 in that direction and we'll get to Liverpool. There we go. And this is what I mean about flying. This is why we need accurate scenery. So the comment that somebody made, we don't need accurate scenery. If we didn't have these accurate roads, I would not be able to fly VFR the way I'm flying. I'm not flying with looking at this and tuning that. I did that up to Pole Hill. After that, I've just flown completely VFR. There's another golf course there. So I just have to have a VFR map and job done. At least that looks like a golf course. Might not be. And of course I cannot guarantee that I've got this right. because I don't know the area. So coming up on Liverpool now, just there, and the A533 and the A533, I don't know. Runcorn over here. What we'll do is we should... Oh, don't do that. We should turn to a heading of 270 due west into Liverpool. And I want to have a look at the Royal Albert Docks and all of that kind of thing, if it's possible. Our track isn't great, so I'm actually going to turn a little bit further. There we go. It's probably going to help us a little bit more. So the journey from Manchester to Liverpool took a little longer than expected. What was that? I'm worried about something. I thought I saw smoke from my wings. I should probably switch that off. Why I left that on the whole time, I don't know. Alright, so we should be able to see a bunch of things here. Whoa. Don't get blown around by the wind. So what's first on our list? What is this place? Just before Liverpool. This is... Speak? I don't know. Ellesmere Port on the opposite side. As soon as we get onto the Mersey, I'm going to turn in. And then we'll fly over Liverpool and see if we can land at the airport, if there's time. I mean, given I've cut some of this video out, that probably is time. But yes, VFR scenery I think is very important for actually being able to fly VFR. And to give you that sense of immersion. I mean, I'm looking out that window like that, I'm thinking, yeah, that's Britain. That's definitely Britain. And yes, it's not the greatest at 2,000 feet, but it's really quite good at 2,000 feet. And above this, anything above 2,000 feet, and it looks wonderful. Should probably change the barometric pressure if it needs to be, which it doesn't. Got a ship there, a container ship. Is it kind of stuck? That would be a little bit disappointing if it is. Those look familiar. Quite cool. Let's get ourselves turned in once we're over the Mersey. Now the Mersey here is pretty wide. At this point, I think it's what? Where are we? Yeah, at this point we're looking at quite a width. Probably around, I don't know, 2.5 miles. There is something coming from my wing. I'm worried about that. It's probably about 2.5 miles wide here. Although, funnily enough, it does narrow up again. Which is odd, because it gets really wide at one point. In fact, 2.5 miles isn't the widest it gets. And then where we're going over right now, which is Liverpool, it's sort of only about, what, 3/4 of a mile wide? So it's literally shrunk. Well, you can physically see that. The size difference back behind us, and the size difference there. And then it just widens up straight into the Irish Sea. So anyway, we're coming up to what should be known as the Baltic Triangle. Oh, they are going to be mad. Oh, they are going to be mad. There's Anfield. And Goodison Park. I did not know they were that close to each other. I actually did not know they were that close to each other. Well, I guess I've learnt something new. I'm actually going to double check that to make sure that is actually Anfield and Goodison Park. It is as well. That's how close they are. They're one park over. Let's take a look outside. This is the Royal Albert Docks, I believe. These are all quite accurately represented. Forget that part. Yeah, this looks all quite accurately represented. Buildings are fairly good. Some of them are actually, like you're seeing, they're custom made. What is wrong with that wing? I have actually got a problem with that wing. Oh dear. I'm going to have to land this aircraft. And yep, Anfield, Goodison Park right there. We've got all the docks, everything along here. We've got the passport offices. Oh, weather keeps changing. This is very well done. Right, I need to bring this aircraft down. Got clouds actually pretty low. Okay. I need to bring this aircraft down because this is a problem. Where is the airport? Liverpool John Lennon. I am going to turn this aircraft around and get it down. But there you go. We have had a good look at Liverpool. I'll tell you what, we'll turn in over Liverpool. There you go, we get a turn in over Liverpool. It's getting a bit overcast as well right now. It might rain. Unfortunately, X-Plane can't change the weather dynamically yet, which is annoying. But let's head all the way back. We'll fly right over Everton. This is Everton here. Oh, there we go. See what I mean? I think it's trying to reload the weather. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. It actually does have the is it the lifer bird? Is that what they call it? What's that building? That one there. Oh, that looks like a cathedral of some sort. Let's have a look. What is it? It is... No, it's not a hospital. Liverpool Cathedral. There you go. That's Liverpool Cathedral right there. And the hospital should actually be just here. That's the hospital, I think. Yeah, I think that's the hospital. Some weird buildings like that one there. That's the Metropolitan Cathedral? Oh no, wait, that's the cathedral. So what on earth? No, there's two cathedrals. Lovely, there's a Metropolitan Cathedral and then the actual cathedral. And then we've got the hospital right there. And we've got the airport over there, which is exactly where I am bringing this aircraft in. So, right, let's get this aircraft configured for landing. This is going to be horrible. The landing, we're trying to land on runway 9. So we'll get ourselves on a base. Let's get ourselves descending to. Okay, well, that brings me to the end of this video. That wasn't great. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on ORBX TrueEarth Central. There's one more video to go. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think. Don't forget to support me on Patreon, www.patreon.com/ecgadget. Your supports would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. Also, you can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/ecgadget, and on social media at ecgadgetlp for both Twitter and Instagram. That's all from me, and I'm going to find out why this turbulence was so bad and that wind was so bad. I just felt like I had constant wind shear. I just could not keep the aircraft staying in a straight line, so I'm going to figure that out. Probably just a setting on this new weather system that I'm using. By the way, it's Active Sky, and I'll be doing a review on that at some point. Anyway, that's all from me, and I'll see you guys next time in X-Plane 11 with ORBX, TrueEarth Great Britain Central.